Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. So there's this story I saw online. I was touched by the story, so I decided to share. I don't know if the owner of the story, because from what she wrote, she said she needed an advice. She needs people to advise her on what to do next. And also, if you are aware of this kind of situation and you know anyhow you can be able to help very well, you can as well try and help. So let me just get into the story, then afterwards we talk about it. I'm 28 years old and currently 24 weeks pregnant, my first pregnancy. Last year, I took a step to becoming a surrogate mom for a couple. I needed money to acquire some online certifications and also got an apartment for myself. I needed money to acquire some online certifications and also get an apartment for myself. A friend of mine introduced me to surrogacy. At first, I refused, but when I thought of all the plans I would achieve with the money and how I would be adding joy to a family's life, it consoled me, so I went for it. I reached out to a private fertility clinic in Port Harcourt stating my interest. They connected me with a couple whom they said have been trying for kids for years. I spoke with the lady, we bonded, and I started my requirements. I stated my requirements. A conclusive apartment rented in my name for a year. These are her requirements. 2 million naira. 30% for the overall money will be given to me on completion of first and second trimester. And on the day of delivery, the balance 40% will be paid. 30,000 naira on the third and sixth month for maternity dresses. These people pleaded with me to accept 40,000 monthly for feeding and promised to make it up with food items. I agreed. I asked for a lawyer to get involved. The couple declined and so did the hospital, but out of desperation I went on with it. I shouldn't have. That's where her problem started. After the embryo transfer and I was confirmed pregnant with twins, these people abandoned me in the hospital. No accommodation, just 40,000 naira monthly without food items. I stayed in the hospital for 3 months, which wasn't what we agreed on. Each time I talked about accommodation, they would say they are too busy to get one, and even if they get one, it will be in their name. And it started to feel like they are playing a fast one on me. What if they kick me out of the apartment after taking their kids? I refused. I also reminded them of the 30% that was due. They told me outright that they won't pay me until they have their babies. I threatened to terminate the pregnancy and they asked me to go ahead. It was hard. I moved my things from the hospital to my relatives in the village as I didn't have a place to stay. They stopped sending feeding allowance and even cut all forms of communications with me. I suffered. I couldn't terminate. My conscience wouldn't let me. Sometimes I would call them to plead for food. I was not the one begging them. I tried to reach the owner of the hospital to explain the situation of things. As soon as I introduced myself, he called the call on me. It was later I found out that the couple he referred me to are his relatives, so he was acting in their favor. The couple later called, pleaded for extra 8 weeks, that they would sort everything out. I am now 6 months pregnant and still nothing from these people. I am now very, very tired. I want to know if it is within my rights to give the kids out for adoption. I no longer feel safe with the intended parents and the hospital. Why are they refusing to involve a lawyer? I'm scared. Will they even pay me at the end of the day? Can I give the keys when they are born to parents that genuinely want them and will take care of me for the remaining period? Everyone is saying the hospital and intended parents are rich and would intimidate me, but I want to know if I have any rights in this case. I don't want to do anything illegal. Thanks. I will be in the comment section. So this is the end of the story. If you're a lawyer, in the comment section, please, what do you think? Because it's not only about this lady now. I've seen young ladies who intend going into surrogacy, being a surrogate mother to couples. So does she have this right to give out the child to a different couple, put in her children for adoption, proper adoption by another family? So if she has this right, please tell us. Your suggestions or your advices and your opinions can help an intending fellow that will be going into this kind of arrangement. First, I would say that her problem started when she didn't insist on getting a lawyer. Yes, because oral agreement does not stand. She doesn't have any evidence to show that she entered an agreement with these people. And that's an error. That's her number one mistake. So if you know that you want to go into anything agreement, it mustn't be this kind of agreement. Just make sure something is being put down. That you have an evidence that you can show that this is the arrangement that I went into. This is the agreement that I went into. They can deny anything. They can deny that they haven't seen her before in their life. And you have no evidence to show for it. Don't be too naive and desperate to enter into this kind of situations. Now she's stranded. So if you're a lawyer and you know this kind of things, does she have an option? And I would like to know if she can give out those children, if she can give them out for adoption, proper adoption by another family. Yes, if it's possible. Is it possible? If it's possible, let's know in your comment section. Any advice that you feel someone that knows her or someone that is in that kind of situation can equally see this video, get some advice on how she's going to deal with her own situation.